Hello and welcome to another class with me, Isabel. This series is going back to basics because I know myself how long it really took me to understand how to actually activate my abdominal muscles. I've spent years going to classes and I never was shown the really small basics of how to actually feel, making sure that you're using your abdominals correctly. So I'm going to help you because that's how I helped myself, and actually it was through learning to teach Pilates that I really understood how to work with the core. Today you'll need a Pilates ball, or I suppose you could use a pillow, but ideally you have a ball if that's possible, and we're going to start coming down onto our backs. So when you're ready, come down onto your back. We can put the ball to the side for the moment. Keep your knees bent, hands alongside the body, shoulders away from the ears. Now, as we inhale, we're going to roll the pelvis towards us and press the lower back into the floor. So you remove the space between your back and the ground. And as you exhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis forward like you've got space to either fit your hand or a little mouse underneath your lower back. So exhale. Draw the belly button towards the spine, draw the ribs down, and then feel just what that feels like. Just notice the containment in that neutral position of the pelvis. And then as we release, we lift and let the space be created behind the lower back. Let's do 3 more, just rolling off the pelvis. Really nice. Let's do 2 more. And then let's do 1 more. Perfect. Not surprisingly, and I'm sure those of you that move won't be surprised, or those of you that move, everybody that is moving or not moving, our breath is fundamental to understanding how to activate our core. And any class that you go to where they're not talking about the breath, I'm not really sure what they're doing or talking about. So if we just relax, you can bring your hands onto your belly. We're going to use a breath where we breathe out through the mouth, almost like you're blowing air through a straw. So inhale through the nose, and then exhale through pursed lips. And I want you to feel what's happening in your abdomen, in your lower belly, in your ribs, when you breathe out through your lips like you're blowing air through a straw. I can feel my pelvic floor lift, and that sensation is almost like you're trying to pick a tissue up from the space between your legs, or almost like you're drawing in and up. That sensation, so you're activating deep abdominal muscles. And then there's also the sensation of things knitting in, so ribs knitting in, hips knitting in. So again, just let's do 3 more. Breathe, deep breath in, and then exhale. 1 more time, deep breath in. I know we said 2 more. Last one, deep breath. Really nice. So let's take our breath, let's bring our ball and place it between the legs. Why do we do this? Because if we have something to bring the legs together and contain the legs, then it can help us with stability with this ankle, knee and hip alignment. So we're using the ball for that. We're going to bring the hands by the side of the body. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And then as we exhale, lift your head, neck and shoulders off the mat. Hold here, deep breath in. And then exhale through pursed lips as you roll back down. So we'll continue that movement. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, peel head, neck and shoulders off the mat. Inhale to hold, gazing at the belly button. And exhale to lower down. So you're just continuing with this now. You want to create a space between your chin and your chest, like there's a fist amount of space. So we're continuing going. Let's go for 8. Let's go for 7. Holding at the top at each time, squeezing in the thighs. Let's go for 6. For 5. for 3, for 4, I obviously can't count. 4, 3. For 2. And last one, let's breathe in. And this time just hold here for a moment. I'm going to start to pump the arms just like a 100, but keep the legs down for this moment. So keep the chin with that space about of a fist between the chin and the chest, and just start to pump the arms like you've got tiny balls underneath your hands. And then if it feels comfortable, we can bring the legs with the ball in between the legs to a tabletop position. And if you prefer, you can take the ball in between your ankles and we can extend the legs. So let's inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, squeezing your ball or your pillow wherever it is. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, nearly there, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, inhale, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bend your knees if they're extended, release the back of your head, and just take a backwards child's pose or shell stretch, depending on whether you're feeling Pilates or yoga. Let your ball fall for the moment, that's fine. Really nice, everyone. Now let's bring the ball back between the feet. Let's take the hands behind the head and just peel head, neck and shoulders off the mat. From here we're going to bring the feet like a diamond. Let's put my ball in the right place. The knees are above the hips, and then we're going to exhale to lower, inhale to lift. And what I really want you to focus on is that sensation of connection that we created when we started with our breath. So make sure you're breathing out through pursed lips. Let's go for 7, 6, keeping that connection with those deep abdominal muscles. 4, 3, I can really feel it, 2, and last one. Release the head, neck and shoulders. Take a little stretch, breathing in, breathing out. Really nice. So the next exercise we have, we're going to extend the legs long and reach the arms behind us. And I learned this one from a great and wise personal trainer. So from here, we're going to, I don't know what this exercise is called. In Brazil, it's called hermador. Maybe it's called the same thing. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and come up, and we can use the ball. And as we inhale, we're going to extend. So let's go for 9, and we'll use our breath. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's go for 6. Really nice, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1. Fantastic. Okay, release your ball to the side. Actually, we're not going to release the ball to the side. We're going to place the ball underneath the line of the bra. So gentlemen, if you're watching this, pretend you have a bra on. Sometimes it's no bad thing to pretend. And we'll place the ball in that position. Then what we'll do is we'll walk the feet in. When I've finished itching my hay fever eyes, again, goodness me, this hay fever. From here, bring your legs to a tabletop, and we're going to extend one leg long, and we can hold the inside of the right ankle and the outside of the right knee, and we're going to switch. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just holding your leg out for a moment. You don't have to use the ball underneath your spine, but sometimes it's great to be able to contain and control the movement of the core better. So move it away and see which works best for you. Let's go 10 more. Breathing out through pursed lips. Fantastic. Let's now extend the legs long and do scissors. So now the legs are nice and long. Let's go 10, 9, point with your toes, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the back of the neck and a gentle rock from left to right. Now, one last one on our back before we come over to our front. The last one on the back. We are going to reach the arms overhead with the ball between the legs. Inhale, bring one leg to tabletop. Exhale, bring the other leg to tabletop, and then extend the legs to the diagonal that feels okay for you. So maybe yours are hovering off the floor, maybe yours are further up, it doesn't matter. Go with what feels like you can protect your lower back without it like lifting too far away from the floor. You've got good containment. From here, we're going to reach forward, bend the knees, and put the ball in between the legs, and then extend the arms and the legs. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's go for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, it's hard, 3, 2, 1. The end. Windscreen wipe your knees a little bit from left to right. And then let them come all the way over to one side. Press yourself up onto your hands and your knees. Bring your ball back in front of you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a few exercises in this position. Let's put the ball in between the legs, tuck the toes under, shoulders away from the ears, backs of the shoulders nice and relaxed. Press down into your toes and the 5 fingers of both hands, and then let's exhale or inhale to prepare. Exhale. So you're not even moving anywhere, but I want you to feel the pelvic floor lifting. Again, it's a strange analogy, but imagine you're trying to pick a tissue up with your perineum, so sexual muscles, the space between your legs, like you're holding to go to the loo is another great analogy. So from here, let's start to lift as we exhale, and then lower back down and relax. So inhale, prepare, exhale, squeeze and lift. Squeeze the ball between your legs and lower back down. Now let's do this, but continue for 10. Nice, for 9. Squeeze for 8. 7. For 6. And you should feel the underarms and tricep muscles activated as well. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Let's hold and squeeze the ball or the pillow for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's warm down. Let's just take a nice stretch, reach the right arm up, and then thread the right arm through, pressing the hand into the ball. And just taking a moment, maybe reach your left arm forwards. Very nice, everyone. And then slowly coming back. Let's do the same on the other side. Left arm lifts up, and then we thread it through. Bottom can stay in the air if that's comfortable for you. Reach forward with the ball. Just pressing the chest down, opening up through the front of the shoulders. Brilliant. Slowly coming back. Let's come back into the centre of our mats. Inhale, let's reach the arms up, and then exhale, bring your hands down to your chest at heart centre. I'd love to know that if you do this, do you feel more connection with your deep abdominal muscles? I'll show some pictures here to actually explain where we have worked, and let me know if you find it an effective core exercise. I really think some of these exercises are all you need to create a more, rather than aesthetic core, a strong core, so you can pick your children up, so you can carry shopping bags and do things with the ultimate support of your own body. So thank you so much for joining me, and see you soon.